this is Nick from NXT Plants. Today I'm going to be going through and propping this wendlingeri and giving a repot to this lemon here. So I decided to do this 1D on camera because it's been in this pot for such a long time. It's gotten to the point where it's really overhanging and I'm worried at some point it's going to snap, so I'd rather prop it and also get it into some fresh substrate since it's been in here since, I think I got it in November of 22. Yeah. So I'm good to get it repotted and going. So I think I'm going to just pull it out and get it chopped up. Okay, and I've got some rubbing alcohol here in a shot glass and some scissors, that way I can just sanitize between cuts. I'll hold it up so you can see. See all the roots at the bottom? The thing is huge. Okay. There's like way more off camera. It's too big to fit in frame. Okay. I'm gonna go turn the camera down. A little awkwardly cut off, but whatever. The roots have fused with the side of the pot. They're like so fused with the side of the pot. It's really unfortunate. I had to leave like the vast majority of the root system behind. Just was not going to be able to get it off the pot. And it's completely fused to the plastic on the side. Oh well. Jeez, it's just solid root. The thing was so well rooted. You can see the kink in the stem. That's pretty funny. So I think that might not even be the worst thing ever, because I'm going to prop it, so I'm going to come in right here. And there goes all the roots anyway. That's going to let me prop it, I think, a couple more times. I can definitely prop it a bunch of times. Look at that. Oops. Not used to the camera being angled that low. There's a nice prop. I think I don't want to leave any without a leaf, so I'm probably going to just take that one there. Oh, no way, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one. I think I can no prop this. Oops. Try to block my face. 2 more props. I think that lets me up to like, I got 5 props out of it, plus the top cut here. This thing is not going to be too happy, but okay, I'm just going to remove another prop here. I think that's where I'm going to call it. It's got beginnings of some roots, so it should be okay to get potted up. I'm going to obviously make sure the wounds are nice and cleaned up, and then I think if I just keep this in some good wet pond, it should have no problem activating pretty quickly. Yeah, it's definitely been a pretty hardy plant, so I'm not too worried about leaving it with the beginnings of roots. There's 4 or so spots it can root from right away. I'm gonna go take this away so I don't break it. In the meantime, I think I can't separate these two because there's only one like root bud, so I don't really want to take a cutting which won't have any roots able to sprout. I think I'm gonna call it there on this guy. 1 leaf is a casualty, unfortunately. Here's another little prop. Okay, just hope these aren't too terribly out of focus. I'm battling the autofocus. A lot of these have great little roots. This in fact has too much root. I'm gonna puncturing this. Down to that. This is going to be such a mess to deal with. It's entirely root. Kind of in awe of how many roots that one little bottom few nodes I managed to put out into this pot. Okay, I think I'm going to actually use this dirty pond in my next repot. In the meantime, I got gloves off. I'm going to apply the stuff I always apply to the cuts I take. Like I said, I don't know if it does anything. I've had the product for years now, so I figure if I have it, I may as well use it. Main thing whenever I'm taking cuts, I just try to make sure I'm using, clean scissors or a cleaned scalpel. Definitely have lost a fair share of cuttings to rot, but I figure the little things do make a difference in the long run. And I think my plan for the cuttings is probably going to be to throw them in the cabinet behind me to callus. A big one I'm going to have to put in the tent, but it seems to have been fine. Just making up some dirt now for the lemon tree. It's got a big pot. I'm not going to get aeroid mixed because obviously it's not an aeroid. So it's going to be getting this mixed with some perlite, some pumice, and some orchiata because I didn't want to buy a bag of bark and they didn't have the fine bark. So I'm going to mix these together in a bucket here, and then I'm going to repot the lemon into a glazed ceramic pot I got. Since I'm working with perlite and pumice and the bark and stuff, I do have a mask on. Perlite's one of those things you don't really want to be exposed to. The dust. So once it's wet, it's fine. Thought it could hold a leca layer, but the holes are too big on the bottom, so I'm just going to plant it. Now, show this while it's still pretty. It's just the top of the lemon tree. And just bare stem. I got this from the garden center, and it's an improved Meyer lemon, so it's a very sweet, sugary lemon hybrid with really yummy fruit. And I got it to make different drinks and baked goods. Here it is. Cool. Nice roots. I'm going to break up the bottom so I can plant it a little bit deeper. Try to make sure I center it. Cool, I'm liking how that looks. It's pretty funny. I feel like the mix I'm putting this lemon into is pretty similar to what I used to put my tropical plants into. And now I just look at it and go, oh my gosh, would never do that now. Okay, and I think I estimated literally the perfect amount. Cool. I'm going to water it down, and then I think I'm going to cap it with a decorative layer of bark. Pretty happy with how this turned out. And right now, this is an outdoor plant, growing on the patio through summer. But once the fall weather and the winter weather gets a little bit too cold, I'm going to bring it in and put it in front of some grow lights. I did that last winter, and the plant was totally fine. So it's been pretty fun growing this thing indoors. I feel like it's a little bit of a weird one, but if you can make it work, why not? I think I'm about done. I gotta turn the camera off so I can get everything potted up. It's not too interesting. But yeah, got the lemon back out on the patio. I got it watered. It's a little bit different of a video, but I wanted to show, especially the wendlingeri. You can see what a plant looks like after quite a while in one of those pots. I'll be sharing updates, as the cuttings sprout and some other stuff. But until then, have a good one. Thank you.